Gotta love Eric.
Oh yeah. It gets me all excited and all pumped up, this music. Welcome everybody to another Dad Hat Chronicle Sports Show. My name is Ed, also known as the Dad Hat. With me, I got my good friends. Oh wait, hold on a second. Should we bring him in? Because it's at the beginning of the show, right? So let's bring our good producer, Mr. Virgil. Look at him.
Hey, Virgil.
Welcome everybody. So we're gonna do this with him here. All right. So I'm going to start from what I see in front of me. I'm going to start with Patrick. Patrick, how you doing, my friend? You know the rules. What are you wearing? What are we drinking?
Doing well, guys. Hope you guys are, and happy to be with everybody tonight. Big shout out to the chat. Tonight, I am wearing a Carolina Mudcats. Yes, I said Carolina Mudcats hat from my friends at Topper Store USA. So nice script right there, and a Carolina League side patch. So wearing that. And then tonight I am drinking some sweet tea and also some water. So that's what I got tonight.
Okay. All right. You're on to you, Mr. Influencer.
Did anybody listen to Paul's 3-year anniversary episode yet today?
No, sir.
Not yet.
Well, I don't want to spoil it too much, but Chris Kramer is on, and he thinks that it'll either be an alternate identity or maybe they'll make their way back to the Mudcats. He doesn't think the Warbirds will last, or he doesn't think that the Mudcats won't come back in some capacity because of fan outcry and this and that. So,
well, I mean, let's be honest, the showing of the new logo did not go as planned, is my guess.
Yeah. But yeah, he thinks in some capacity, like I said, whether that just be like a every Saturday night, a throwback, or coming back completely, he thinks that Mudcats will come back in some type of capacity. So we'll see.
My boy Rod wearing an LA hat, eating some birria tacos. That sounds delicious.
What they should do is just make the Warbirds just the Wednesday team, just Wednesday Warbirds, and then just Mudcats for the rest of the days.
There you go.
You know what? I'm with you there, man. I like the way you're thinking.
There we go. So for tonight, I have the Syracuse shot clocks. They had a really good sale on hats on one of their Syracuse Mets, one of the brands that they have. So I got the shot clocks, and then I have day number 8 of the 12 days of Beermas. So drinking it, I guess I could say I do know what it is since this is one I picked out, but I love the likes that I'm getting from Donnie and Patrick on my Instagram page. Thank you guys so much for all that. But by the time I finish this, I'll let you guys know what it is. Right now, it's a surprise.
I haven't seen yours actually coming up on mine. I've got to go to it, I guess. To get it going
Yeah,
on
I'm not seeing yours come up at all.
ProSide _ beers.
Say it again.
ProSide, one word, _ beers.
Yeah, I got it right here. I guess I just haven't clicked on it in a little while, and it hasn't popped up on my feed.
Thanks, Donnie. Appreciate the love.
There it is.
I'm gonna go back and give you. I'm gonna go back and give you all kinds of love right now.
A samurai. All right, Virgil, you're next, my friend.
All right, tonight's hat is Huntsville Stars, one of the last logos they had before the brand moved to Biloxi.
Such a cool logo.
And it's definitely my favorite logo of theirs by far. And then I am just drinking water tonight.
Okay, Mr. Producer. I like it. It's a LA Rams for Rod. The way since I'm a Rams fan, a bit more than the Cardinals fan since Missouri. I got you. All right. I feel you on that. I like it. Mr. Mayor, indulge us.
All right. Well, I'm going the holiday spirit tonight, wearing one of my Christmas hats for the Tonight Show, and I'll have another one Thursday night. But this is the Spokane Indians. I love this hat here.
I have the same one.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of my
That's
favorite.
a cool one.
hats to be able to wear this time of year with the ugly sweater brim. This is just a fantastic hat.
That's a cool one.
That's a very nice hat.
I'm drinking some of that water that makes you smarter. I've added some lemon to help with that. But in light of today's news, I'm drinking it out of this beautiful Yankees cup.
Oh, God, I knew it.
I know Zach should be listening. So, Zach, type in your words of what you have to say about that.
While he does that, but everybody, I am wearing my official league Muscalards hat today. Very comfy. I'm gonna, for the next couple of shows, I'm gonna wear all of my official league as well as Sandlot hats, just because I like them. They're nice and warm, they're comfortable, and then I've been on an official league Sandlot kick lately, so that's what I'm gonna do. So there you go. And
Ed, what are you drinking?
Oh,
also shout out to Erie with the T-shirt too, the Christmas T-shirt.
Lynn, she says she has that Spokane hat as well. But I am drinking a beer from Carolina Brewery. It's called Sky Peach. So there it is.
Nice.
Very yummy.
Very nice.
So very, crisp. Darla says it's a very summer drink. So, and I agree with her. So, Phil, you need to calm down. We will not be discussing that.
Get out of here, Phil. Next, you're gonna tell me Home Alone is too.
Whoa! Now we're
I'm gonna need you to slow your roll.
Bro, you can take that same plot and put it in the summer.
Home Alone is a DIY special, by the way.
Virgil, we will go ahead and put you into producer mode.
Goodbye. You are the weakest. You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Yeah, MLB is so boring when all the good players only go on two teams.
Did he copy that off of your paperwork, Dad? Because I saw that earlier.
No, I said that because he said that. I was telling you what he said.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. We're about to get into some dangerous waters here, boys and girls. Yes, and Batman Returns. You know what? Do we have a ban button? I think we need to start creating a ban button for crazy comments. Where's the thumbs down button? It's what I want to know.
I wish we could actually click on some of these comments with an emoji.
You can put a user in timeout.
We could. That would be kind of awesome. I had the official rights to that quote.
Okay, so Dad plagiarized his son.
Okay. He did say it though.
I gave him credit. Go back and read the text. I gave him credit. Zach said.
Oh, you did. I'm sorry. You're right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm an old man. Leave me alone.
Oh my God. Where do I need to go pee? Okay. Boys and girls. What a weekend. Okay. As a matter of fact, I'm sorry. I got to do this really quick. If Virgil is available, let me know when you are available, my friend, because I want to go over who was the winner of this week's Pick'ems.
Get it, Zach?
I'm just here to brag that I hit 2 home runs Tuesday night. Never seen Shohei Ohtani or Aaron Judge hit a home run in the middle league. Okay.
That's because they're not Zach Beeson.
That's all right. Get it, Zach?
Nutcracker from Boulevard. Okay. All right.
It's good. I have Boulevard quite a bit. It's good.
There you go. All right. Virgil, I am going to turn it on to you. Please indulge us on let's start with last place all the way up to first place and how we did.
Last place with a 9-9 record, and that even includes the free game on Thursday that I did not pick, is me.
Oh,
wow.
But see, here's the thing. This is actually a perfect score for me because I'm an accountant. I have to keep things balanced. So 9-9 is absolutely perfect.
That's good. I'll give you that. That's good.
Like that.
All right. Next.
Okay, coming in just above me at 10-8 was Ed.
All right. Yeah,
So-
I stuck at life.
So was this including the Army-Navy game?
This is including Army-Navy.
I was going to say, because there was only 16 NFL games. So I was wondering where we came in.
Man,
There's
that
16
Army-Navy game
I
did
am
not.
doing 16 NFL games over under and the Army-Navy.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. I like it.
Coming in third at 12-6 is Patrick.
Okay. No losing record. So I'm okay with this.
Second place with 13-5, even though he took forever to pick Army and Navy, Donnie.
And I think he was the only one that picked Navy, wasn't he?
No,
I made the mistake. I was pulling for Navy and I picked Army because I actually thought Army had the better team to win, but I was pulling for Navy because of my friend Edward.
All right. I thought you picked Navy for some reason.
No,
Yeah,
I wish I had.
We are talking about that, Zach.
There are no losers when you pick Army or Navy in the scheme of things, but I should have picked Navy.
And also, need to give Donnie props. You are the only person that got their over/under correct.
Y'all just slayed me. I was like, they're gonna be slinging it, and y'all like, not 2 weeks in a row.
Well, I mean, the Lions' #1 defense in the NFC.
I didn't slay you on that.
Okay, the others did.
So what you're saying, Virgil, is that Eric won.
Like I said in the text to you, I bring no joy in reporting this news. At 14-4, Eric, the influencer, has won this week.
Dang, if I picked Navy, we'd have tied. Oh, well.
You would have tied with Navy.
Congrats to you, Eric.
And if I would have picked against the garbage dumpster fire of the week Panthers, then if I wouldn't have picked them, then
listen, we all fell for that one.
We burned on that one. I cannot believe that.
Yeah, thanks for nothing, Donnie.
That's why Donnie dropped him this week, and he's a Falcons
Don't
fan.
blame me. Oh yeah, sorry, he's not a Panthers fan. Sorry, we won't blame you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I wasn't out there playing.
Okay, so this week on today we will go ahead and even the producer hates your sugar already right off the bat. You know what I mean? Damn.
Everyone does. It's fine.
Thank you.
Everybody hates the winners. It's okay.
So really quick, just so you guys know. Okay, so here's what I want to do, Virgil. Just so you know, we will pick the playoff this week. This week's playoff. All right, we'll wait until next week. Now, playoffs. But here's what I also want to do. As a tiebreaker, I want you guys to pick one of the bowl games this week that is not the playoff. Okay.
Oh man.
Sounds good.
Yep.
So, just so you guys know, so the tiebreaker this week is going to be for the playoff, for the NCAA playoff bracket. It will be a bowl game of your choosing.
Ooh, I want the Gasparilla Bowl.
Okay, slow down because, I
don't even know which bowls are playing this week.
I have no idea. All right, so as a matter of fact, I just pulled this up. So there's been already 2 bowl games that has been played. Jackson State, South Carolina State. Jackson State whooped that ass. Then the IS4S Salute to Veterans Bowl, South Alabama, Western Michigan. South Alabama won. All right, so tomorrow night there's 2 games, the Boca Raton and the Art of Sport LA Bowl.
There's one tonight too.
Yeah.
One tonight. You're right.
Memphis in West Virginia. The
Memphis in West Virginia. The Scooter Coffee Frisco Bowl. All right. So there's that.
Interesting.
Thursday, the RL Carriers New Orleans Bowl, the Georgia Southern and Sam Houston.
Yep.
The Cure Bowl on Friday, Ohio Jacksonville State. The Gasparilla Bowl. There it is. At 3:30, Tulane in Florida. And then 8:00 is the first round of the playoff presented by Allstate. That's all on Friday.
Indiana Derby Bowl.
Notre Dame. So the Indy Bowl. So there it is. Okay. So then Saturday, you got the SMU Penn State. Then we have some crazy FCS championship semifinals. South Dakota, North Dakota. South Dakota State against North Dakota State. Then you got South Dakota against Montana State. And then at 4:00, Clemson, Texas, Tennessee, Ohio State. So there's some good games there, boys and girls. So, all right. So you got until the end of the show when we pick. So that way you guys can let me know. All right. All right. So let's talk some NFL. What in the God's green earth happened this freaking weekend? I mean, what the fuck? Sorry, pardon my language, but it was just like, you know what I mean? Like I couldn't fathom like the scores of these games. You know what I mean? Like, first of all, the Giants are just horrible. The Panthers are shit. Jets and Jaguars 32-25. Really? Like, so give me your surprise of the week, my friends. If Eric will stop watching TV on his phone.
That's Donnie watching. I'm looking at the scores.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh, I was. Clemson just hit a 3 to tie the basketball game at playing downtown against the Gamecocks.
Well, Donnie says you're being distracted. I'm going to go to you. Give me your surprise of the week.
Surprise of the week is probably.
Take your time.
Yeah.
Anytime.
I mean, I've got one for you.
I guess it's not. It shouldn't be a surprise, but I mean, the surprise for me is that the Panthers played so poorly against the Cowboys.
Got it, Donnie.
I mean, the Panthers have been playing really good lately, and they were favored. I wish they hadn't been favored because maybe they would have won. I don't know, but they just played so bad after having played so good for a nice stretch right now.
I got you. I feel you on that.
And that one, I mean, I wouldn't have been shocked if they lost in a close game. I'm shocked that they got beat 30-14. I mean, I didn't see that coming the way they've been playing lately. And the Cowboys hadn't been playing good either. But we gave them a lot of points. Just gave them points. So
we will be ignoring Val tonight.
You know, I'm not going to say anything about it.
But I know you won't.
I almost went with that game because there was some surprising stuff to that. Not to pick another game, but I mean,
can I give you two? Can I give you guys two surprise?
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you the first one. Where is it? I just lost it. Where was it? There. The Buccaneers put in 40 on the Chargers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Mine.
Putting 40. I mean, I thought it was going to be a close game, to be honest with you. Could have gone either way. I think I picked the Bucks, but like, damn.
I had the Chargers. I thought the Chargers were going to win.
Baker played well.
I'm just saying, second, third, fourth chances.
Fifth chances, yeah.
Whatever. So, and then here's another one. This is a wild one. I did not see this coming. I just, I don't know what the hell happened, but Ed Rivera beating Mrs. Mayer in the Dad Hat playoffs. I'm just saying.
Put that dude on by himself.
That was super shocking. She was not a very happy camper. She made two choices that she regretted. However, had she stayed with those choices, you still would have won. So there was nothing she could have done to have maximized her points to win the game. You just had, you had all but like three of your guys in double digits.
And
so many
it was like
20, 18, 20 points.
Fluke.
Yeah.
Fucking fluke. I was like, all right, listen, I made it to the playoffs. I'm happy. Whatever. You know what I mean? I was like 7-7. Didn't care.
I think she might have even said, or I might have said it and she agreed with it, that you were the Chiefs of the fantasy league. But since it is your league and you come from fourth place to beat the champ, the one seed.
The one seed, yeah.
Not over yet, but go ahead and put this fool on by himself.
Who?
Take us off and put this guy on by himself.
Which one?
Which
The
guy?
one next to you.
Oh, this guy? Oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm going to get beat so bad. Oh, yeah. You're going to have Brock Bowers that's going to have 27 touchdowns. And
That's
Josh
right.
Jacobs is going to have 97 touchdowns. But instead, I'm beating you by almost 50 points. But, my team's not good. I'm just here for I'm just here for fun, and I'm not really good at football, and I know nothing.
No, I'm here for house money.
Yeah.
I'm playing with house money.
This guy all weekend long. Oh, I'll be fine. I told you when Cooper Kupp had 0 catches for 0 yards, for 0 touchdowns, for absolutely nothing, it was over, and I got dominated this week. So even if I have a good week next week against you, I'll still probably lose by 30.
No, you won't.
It's fucking wild.
No,
Your team is so good. Your team is so good.
Yeah, I heard that all weekend. How good were they? They weren't.
Some kind of conspiracy. I'm with. By the way, just with you, Rod. I did not see the Buccaneers put 40. I'm sorry. I thought it was going to be a whole lot closer game than it actually was. That's why that to me was like the surprise pick of the week for me, just because I just did not see that.
Yeah,
at all.
One of the big things, and we touched on it, is not so much the result, because I think either team can beat the other, but the Bills Lions being as high scoring as it was, because I think that both teams actually have a decent defenses most of the time. But to see another game like we saw between the Rams and the Bills, to see another one between the Bills and the Lions, I didn't expect it to be that. If I'm honest,
fucking wild. Like, I mean, Jesus, that's a lot of points scored by those two.
It's a lot of points.
Unfortunately, I can't go with Puka. I don't have Puka. I only have Cup.
I do.
Yeah. He's getting the ball the whole time. He never throws to Cup anymore.
Puka's his favorite toy.
But Cup was his guy before Puka came along.
He's a new shiny toy. Next year will be somebody else other than Puka. Hey, by the way, really quick, just so you guys know, this show is brought to you by all four baseball companies. All four. If you use code DadHat15, listen, go ahead before the Christmas, get yourself and buy somebody else a Christmas gift. And here's what I'll do. I'll give you guys a code, DadHat15 at checkout. You'll get 15% off the whole purchase. Okay, yeah, that's right, Brett. DadHat15. You get 15% off your whole purchase. I'm just saying, support local baseball, support local business. So, all right.
In the league that we don't talk about as much, it's Donnie and I in the championship in Mike's league.
Yeah, I know. I won that last week against Jordan by not much, but it was like, it was.
Oh, is Jordan still playing in that league?
Yeah,
sweet.
Well, kinda
2-12. I mean,
isn't she a Broncos fan too?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Don't say that too loud, bro. Come on, you know better than this.
No, I mean, but I will call out the elephant in the room. I mean, like another moment. Not that it's the first time we've seen it, but Jonathan Taylor dropping the ball before he ever gets into the end zone, causing a touchback. I mean, that changed the entire trajectory of that game.
100.
Because if the Colts score that, they're up by two scores, and that completely changed the momentum. So I'm not saying that the Broncos wouldn't have gone on to win the game, but it would have been a much different game.
What was that crazy trick play? I mean, that between those two, I mean, they look like a playground team for some reason. I'm like, come on, guys.
Was so bad. Like, I mean, he was just like, oh, here's that. Let's go.
The Colts joined the dog pound, and we're an absolutely horrific football.
Okay, why'd
team.
you got to go there? Why'd you got to go there?
I think I might have run that play. I might have run that play on the playground in 7th grade with a Nerf football.
Of course,
I remember picking somebody off and running one back like that.
No, you didn't. He also thinks he's faster than Stanton too. But is Rod cousins with Val?
Oh my god. No, Peyton. Listen, don't do this to our friend here. We love you, Val.
Yeah. Oh, man.
You just don't understand what you're doing, my friend. This is just going to be insufferable for us now.
Well, if she stays on through the entirety of this show, we'll get to pick her team since they play Thursday night.
Oh, well, yeah, that's right. So
she's home from Costco.
Or she might just be on her treadmill working out right now, like one or the other.
Or she could be on the show at Costco.
I was gonna say she's on the treadmill at Costco watching the show,
trying on the treadmill, trying it on, getting some of the little samples.
They're selling Peloton bikes at Costco, at least at mine. She could be doing that too.
I asked her because we have family pick, so I asked her right before we hopped on who she picked between the Thursday night's game, and she goes, neither. She can't stand either team, so she said she's gonna fall asleep and not watch that. She'll watch us instead Thursday night instead of the Thursday night game.
Ooh, Broncos Chargers.
Yep.
Ooh.
I have some thoughts on that.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. All right. So anything else on this week's, which by the way, we have to say it. with the Cleveland Browns, they're officially waving the white flag. It's done. You know what I mean? The season is done. It's over. At this point, they're seeing what they have. The DTR, what I said last week, that they might as well just put DTR in, see what they have with this kid, and if they again can get maybe a pick, maybe a bucket of balls, then do it. But they're starting DTR. Jameis Winston's experiment is officially over.
Shouldn't they know what they've got with DTR by now, or are they just seeing if he's learned anything and sitting on the bench for a year?
You'd think so.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, they got nothing. I think it's just a showcase at this point.
You
know
think
what I
it
mean?
maybe is to not get Jameis hurt in case there's a trade market?
And I don't know. Well, that or does he have a injury clause in his contract?
Oh, for like a bonus or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because a lot of teams will cheap out with that. They'll
put you fifth.
Yeah, I mean that's like the thing is like, yeah, we're not going to pay you this bonus money. I mean that's what who was it did that with the quarterback
and the Giants.
Giants. I mean, yeah, we don't want to pay you this money, and we don't want to have a chance to pay you this money, so we're just going to sit you.
Yeah, so that's not even the Bengals and Titans. That should have not been a close game.
Mm.
Oh yeah, that that's a little bit of a surprise too that was what it was.
Commanders are kind of like fluttering right there at the end right now. It's not looking good for them. I mean, they'll make the playoffs, but it's like, oof.
Yeah, that was mine. I know we hadn't gotten all the way around with your surprise of the week, but the Commanders barely win. 2-point conversion. What I didn't understand is why they even bothered starting Jake Haener, because he was terrible. So then they brought back in Spencer Rattler, who got him within, a 2-point conversion of possibly winning. I didn't see the play, but it didn't sound
was
like
not good.
That's what I heard.
It was bad.
Because it was decent out Sunday. Zach had baseball practice, so I was driving him back and forth to practice. I was just trying to listen on the radio, but didn't really see what happened. But
we went to go see Santa Claus.
That's fun.
Yeah,
Easton seeing Santa Claus about 27 Santa Clauses by now.
Oh man. Yeah, let's take a look. Want to make sure that I got everything. Okay. Patrick, any surprise for you since Donnie took all of yours?
Well, I mentioned earlier the Bills Lions score.
Yeah.
So, I think my other surprise would be Eric's in my fantasy football game this week because I didn't think I had a chance in the world. And
let's not.
The game, Bills Lions was a 6-point game, 48-42.
Yeah.
48-42. Yeah.
It wasn't even really that close, honestly. The Bills.
It was the Bills. The Bills dominated the whole game.
Yeah, Josh Allen just.
We thought that 54.5 seemed decently high. They blew by that, went 90 points on the over. That was absolutely insane.
I just could not believe.
What do y'all think of Campbell doing the onside kick like early in the fourth quarter, like early?
It's him, and then he throws. What I didn't also understand is how they threw a touchdown to Dan Skipper. How do you not know when he reports as eligible that the ball's not going to him? That's obvious. I could have told you the ball's going to him, and literally no one was on their offensive lineman or whatever position he plays.
Yeah,
isn't it the second time Dan Skipper got a touchdown this season?
No, first, but he had one last year that was the one that got called back. That was all controversial.
Yeah, that was
not
he only had thing. Who was that one when the Lions played the Cowboys? The one that was, that one play that they did that threw it to a guy that's not normally a receiver.
That was him, I thought.
I thought it was.
I'm pretty sure I just saw some stat that said that was his first, but I could be wrong.
Well, no, I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm just saying that Dan Campbell does those plays when he wanted to embarrass the Cowboys. That's what he did. He throws out like linemen that are not supposed to be receivers that report in as a receiver, and
that's the kind of level of pity that I'm here for.
Yeah, the producer is eating his lasagna. Otherwise, he'd pull it up and find out how many touchdowns Dan Skipper has.
He is shaking his head. I'm like, nope.
You're the best, Virgil. Can you see him?
We love you, buddy.
Can you see him?
Do I see him? Yeah, I see him.
You see Virgil?
Yeah, I see Virgil.
Okay.
Yeah, he sees the backstage.
Okay,
I see that. Skipper did sell that well, though. Held his block before trickling out. Hey, there it
Yep.
is. Thanks, Tom. So, yeah, I honestly, I didn't see. The Lions defense have been playing really good all season.
Yeah.
And then I didn't see it. I'll be honest with you. I was
Yeah.
fooled.
Well, did you see Dan Campbell's post-game press conference? I mean, he took that really hard. But
I did not.
well, I mean, I think what I like is that even though they lost, he has a standard that's been set for the Detroit Lions now. Like that loss takes him to 12-2, but he really took that loss to heart. So
They're still number one in the NFC. I mean,
they're tied right now with the Vikings. Now they're both 12-2.
But who has a tiebreaker?
Wait, I thought that.
No, the Vikings. Yeah, the Vikings are 12-2.
I thought it was the Eagles that were 12-2.
Well, they are as well, but they're not in the same division.
Right. But the Vikings are 12-2.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, but then they go to Seattle this weekend and then got Green Bay after that. So, we didn't, have much that we said about the Green Bay Seattle game, and
I don't want to talk about it.
Green Bay started out
fine
fine
in that game.
I love those uniforms by Seattle, though. I'm not even gonna lie.
Gross.
Oh, fucking nice.
Tyler Lockett's dad is on the board at my job, so I'm trying to see if sometime he can get one of those lime green jerseys of Lockett's. That'd be sweet.
I love that. By the way, Virgil, just one for this year. One touchdown for this year.
Dan Skipper.
Yeah.
Good job, Eric. You got that right. I was wrong.
So you know. And by the way, here's the National Football Conference. It's Detroit Lions, Philadelphia Eagles, and the Minnesota Vikings. Those are the only three teams that have clinched a playoff spot in the NFC. No one else.
Yeah, if Green Bay wins this weekend, they'll be in.
Yep, they're number 4, then Washington, then Tampa, then Los Angeles, then Seattle, and then you got everybody else.
See, Green Bay is either going to be the 5 or 6 seed, or I'm sorry, the 6 or 7 seed because of being the 3 seed in the NFC North. But then, they could have a better record than Tampa Bay, but they won the division. So, I mean, I understand you got to give division winners, but when you have a division winner that's 9-8, 10-7,
that's the whole argument with the college football playoffs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They should do what that's funny. They should do what the college basketball does, right? Hey, you got in. Congratulations. Now we're going to seed you by your record. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then off you go.
This won't be the first time the NFC South has been this way, because a few years ago, somebody, I forget who it was actually, might have been Tampa. Somebody won the division with a horrible record.
Well, the NFC East was like that. They were calling them the NFC least. With the Eagles and the Cowboys and the Commanders and the Giants. I mean, and then the next year it was completely the opposite. It reminds me a lot of the AL Central in baseball, right? Like one year they're combined and compared to other divisions, not very good records. But then the next year
because you're in the AL East doesn't mean that you can dare to talk shit about the AL Central. Okay, I'm gonna need you to calm the hell down.
Listen, my team finished in last. I know my team sucks.
Well, it was either Tampa or Tampa or New Orleans that won the division with. I think
it was Tampa. I think you were right.
I think it was a losing record a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was
we'll probably get the producer and see what he gets us on that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you were right. I think it was Tampa that won. And it's they were with a losing record and made it, and everybody had a stink about it because they were hosting a playoff game against someone who was far superior.
Yeah. Was that pre Brady?
Yeah.
Oh,
It'd have been
it was pre Brady.
They might have been 500. It might have been before there was 17 games when it was 6, 8,
was that
8 or something.
Was that the Jameis era?
It could have been. It
with the digital clock jerseys.
Oh yeah,
it could have been.
I think that probably was the Jameis era because they went from Jameis to Brady, so it's quite the upgrade.
And then they told Jameis to leave. Golly, I mean, right now the NFC South is they have one team above 500, one at 500, and then you got New Orleans and Carolina.
Clayton to the 2014 Panthers won the division at 7-8-1.
Oh God, that's just so bad.
Well, the AFC South isn't any better. I mean, you got two at 3-11, one at 6-8, and Houston limping in at 9-5.
Oh God.
Second place, baby.
So
Completely
Seahawks 7-9, 2010.
Yeah, I think there was one
Jesus.
more recent than that, though. I think the NFC South had somebody either at 500 or losing record, one of the two.
I was going to say the NFC East came very close too, 2 years ago.
So it's been done before, which is not
Yep.
good. So I don't even know what to say to that. That's just so bad. So
Oh, here we go. Clay mentioned on here 2014 Panthers won the division at 7-8-1.
He,
There
he
you go.
doesn't.
we just put that
He
up.
doesn't listen to anything Patrick.
Oh, I'm
says.
sorry. Sorry, my bad.
You need to start drinking. It's what you need to do. Stop drinking the water and get some
Right.
real alcohol in your system. You pay more attention when you do
Are you
that.
sure that's smart water?
Yeah.
It ain't so smart.
It ain't working yet.
It hasn't kicked in.
It hasn't kicked in.
It says for ages 55 and older, it takes an extra 30 minutes.
Oh my God, 20 to 24 hours to kick in. Oh God, we love you,
I'm
buddy.
sorry. I was distracted. Clemson's trying to come back in overtime down by 2 right now. So
And you're getting on me for doing nonsense, and you don't.
I
say
know,
anything about
I
it.
know, I know, I know.
Well, no,
We gotta give him
Eric's
shit
not
for that
watching
one this
something.
time.
With Eric, you just have to watch for the ticks. Normally, when he's watching something, it's like,
I know. Oh, the
Yeah, Wichita State lost to a garbage Kansas City Ruse tonight by 10 at home. Embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. I was offered tickets. I said no. I'm glad I
probably
didn't
a
go.
good idea. Okay, so let's I wanna bring in our
there we go.
producer.
Yeah.
Let's start. I think we should start making some picks for college. What do you
Yeah.
guys think?
I think we should.
2020
too, but,
Washington Redskins 7-9.
were they the Washington football team then, or were they the Redskins?
No, they
in
were still
2020?
the Redskins, I
2020?
believe.
I couldn't remember.
Mr. Virgil.
Okay, so we're gonna go over the first 4 of the college football playoff games. So, like we do for the NFL, I will give spread, over, under, and ESPN predictor. So we're going to start with Friday's game: Indiana Hoosiers versus the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Irish are favored by 7 points, 51.5 over under, and Notre Dame favored to win 70.5%. So who wants to go first?
This is where I think the over-under really doesn't matter because they are just gonna score the fuck out of some points. You know what I mean? I don't know. What you guys say? Tell me. Like, we should leave Eric for the end just because he is an Irish fan. So we're gonna leave Eric for the end. How about I'll start? I'm gonna go with Notre Dame on this one. I think the spread is about. I think it's right for being 7. I'm good with that. I just don't want Notre Dame to think past Indiana, because Indiana's actually a pretty good team. I mean, they're in the playoffs, so I'm gonna go with Notre Dame, but I think it's gonna be a close game.
Well, I mean, I like Signetti, and I like the Indiana football team. The one concern I have about them is they've not really won a very big game yet. Like when they played Ohio State, they didn't show up. So I'm taking Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame's a good football team. It just depends on which version of Riley Leonard you're going to get. I think he's improved as the season's gone on, but give me Notre Dame over Indiana.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to pick Indiana for the hashtag content and to get under Eric's skin, but I can't do it. Notre Dame is probably going to beat them pretty good. I don't think it's going to be as close a game because, like Patrick said, Indiana hasn't really played any really tough competition in the Big Ten.
You're welcome, Mrs. Influencer. You're welcome.
I'm going to go Notre Dame.
Indiana is really hard to gauge. They've only had one game where the other team was in the top 25, and that was Ohio State.
Yeah.
So
close.
They beat Michigan by 5. They've beat Washington. Those are decent teams, but overall, Notre Dame's played better competition throughout the year. I know what they're going to be. Usually with breaks like this, teams that have the defensive edge tend to have more of an advantage. But give me Notre Dame.
I don't feel good about it. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
So
Hashtag
as
content, go Eric.
yeah, Indiana, go Hoosiers.
You said Indiana, I got it. Okay, next game, let's go.
Written in pen. There it is.
Clemson at Texas.
He's got
As Virgil was saying, with having a 3-week break, Notre Dame's gotten healthy. Jeremiah Love, running back, got hurt in the season finale against USC, but he came back and they said he'll be starting. And then Howard Cross, the best defensive lineman we have, has been out for the last month plus. He's going to be back. So overall, pretty much completely healthy. Obviously, they said it's going to be pretty cold, which isn't going to be a factor one way or the other, because obviously Indiana is also in the same state. So it's not like a Southern team coming up to play in the cold that they're not used to, kind of like, when the Dolphins go play in Kansas City when it's -30. So it's not going to be anything like that. But it is at home at Notre Dame, and it's going to be a ruckus crowd, if I had to imagine. Obviously, having the first playoff game ever at their home stadium. Even if Riley Leonard's not doing that good with the passing game, we have a really good running game, and our defense getting healthy again. I think it should be hopefully cover the spread, but we'll see how it goes. I just don't know what to think about Indiana. But as always, go Irish.
And y'all say I talk a lot before I make my pick. Come on.
I mean, this was his team, though.
I don't know. We said that you flip a lot when you pick.
Oh,
Also, we will
All
give
right.
you your chance to do your talking when your Clemson Tigers come up. So,
Okay.
By the way,
Eric.
before we continue, am I the only one who thinks that like Oregon got kind of screwed in this
they
bracket?
got jobbed. They got jobbed totally in the
Like, really, you
way
put
it's laid out.
Arizona State, Clemson, Texas, and Arizona State in the same fucking section? Come on.
But good teams find a way to go through that.
I mean, yeah, Tennessee, Ohio State, Oregon, Jesus.
All right. Next game we got SMU Mustangs versus the Penn State Nittany
Penn
Lions.
State.
I am not done yet, sir. Lions 4.5-point favorite, 53.5 under, and Penn State favored to win 67.1. So Ed says Penn State.
I love their helmets. I really do.
Is that the only reason why you're picking them?
No, they're a better team. They're better than SMU.
Why?
they're
Because
white and navy blue.
I was going to say because it matches Cleveland with just a blank nothing on it. Is that why you
You
like
need
it?
to come the fuck down with my Cleveland Browns. You just need to chill out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Play Jameis.
Your Irish has a gold helmet. That's all it is.
That's why he likes the Browns white helmet, because it looks like Penn State.
I love the white helmet so much better than the orange one. I'm not even gonna lie about that.
That's true. That's
So
fact.
with this game, I'm kind of interesting if the Penn State curse of playing good teams only affects the Big Ten or if it's actually a universal problem.
Yeah.
SMU got punched in the mouth in the ACC tournament, or in the ACC game, and they came back roaring. I'm really not sold on Penn State.
Neither am I.
I'm not.
I'm not sold on Franklin.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with SMU on this. I think they've got really a good shot to win this one.
Yeah. I agree with you, Virgil. I think Rhett Lashley is a really good football coach. I think that's probably a good lesson that they learned in the game against Clemson. I think the fact that they came back in that game against Clemson to make it a closer game than it otherwise would have been, because Donnie, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys like jumped out to like a 21-7 or lead or something like that, and then they made it a football game in the second half, and they could have easily just given up, but that's not Mustang football. So give me SMU to beat Penn State.
I'm going to make it a three for here right now. Just SMU's quarterback is a baller. I mean, he the way they came back, we we got lucky getting out of that game. I'm like you guys. I don't believe in Penn State. Penn State plays really weird in games that they should win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think this is one of those. I think this is one of those that might start leading to the end of James Franklin at Penn State.
The fact that you're like 0 against Michigan, Ohio State,
Yeah,
that should have been you're fired. But
I'm surprised he's still there. But if
same with
SMU,
Ryan Day.
Yeah, SMU wins this game, especially if they win it pretty good.
Yeah.
He's going to probably, I don't know if he'll be gone next year, but it will be the start of the downfall.
And this doesn't, well, and one little wrinkle in this is the transfer portal, right? Because
Yeah.
Penn State's quarterback just announced he's leaving. And
The
because,
backup said he's going to stay to the end of the year.
oh, Penn State's backup did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because I was going to say, I was wondering if that might distract them at all, even though he's not the starter. But SMU's quarterback said he's staying. So their backup quarterback. So anyways.
Yeah, no. He said that he was going to stay through the end of the year.
Okay.
Which I don't think that's a good idea, to be honest with you. If you're gonna transfer, just transfer, because now you really don't have an opportunity to get one of those premier spots,
Right.
the big colleges. So you really shoot yourself in the foot if you're gonna say you're gonna transfer, and then
Yeah.
So I don't know if that was such a smart thing to do.
But do you blame him or do you blame the system for letting them transfer before ball games even start?
System.
The system is messed up, and I don't know how they can fix it at this point.
They
Because
want-
the
they
kids
can't.
the kids have got to be able to enroll before the semester starts, but none of the games end before then. So
And you got teams like Clemson just going head first into the system just to sign people in the portal left and right.
hey, we got our first portal signed.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
I thought he said he wasn't going to do that.
No,
My
he's
point
never
exactly.
said that.
Yes, he did.
He's a
He
fraud.
never said
What
he
do you
wasn't going to
expect?
use the portal.
Yes, he did.
He said that no, he's even said this year that he's tried to get kids in the portal and they've either gone somewhere else or they're not better than
Abel Sweeney's a fraud.
what he already had.
Thank you. I agree.
Dable Sweeney,
The rest of college football is going to come back to his way of thinking.
bullshit.
You see
It's
it.
too late. You can't.
No, will
You
see it.
can't go back to that. You can't. NIL has told you no. Is here to stay.
I'm not saying he's not going to ever use the portal. He's already going to use it. He's tried to use it and not found anybody better.
Because no one likes him.
Eric, who do you have for the game?
I was just about to say.
Producers like, that's enough of this. As Mrs. Influencer said, very aggressive tonight.
You guys won.
So
You woke up and chose violence, apparently.
I
I
did.
I thought a little more highly of SMU until, I mean, I know they did come back, but the way they played the game for the most part against Clemson, I just was not impressed by them. It's in Happy Valley. I'm assuming they'll probably do like a whiteout or something if I had to guess. So give me
I
Penn
would, yeah.
State.
Well, why not? That's and the temperatures are going to be stupid cold.
Yeah. So how's SMU and Dallas? How are they going to fare when it's super cold up there? We'll see how these home games go.
Mustang Spirit is what they're going to use.
So the weather report for the game right now is 27 degrees, partly cloudy.
Yeah.
So that may be a factor.
Yeah. Maybe SMU will use their booster money to get to buy them heaters,
heated benches.
heated benches. They've got the booster money to do it. That's for sure.
Hey, I mean they do. So that should be interesting.
And,
All right, my friend.
and warmers for everybody.
All right. Next game, we have the Clemson Tigers versus Texas Longhorns. Texas, 12-point favorite, 51.5 over under.
Hey, look, it's a Texas A&M fan.
And Texas is 80.4%. So
Okay. I'll go first. Hook 'em.
I'll go second. Horns.
I go third. Hook 'em.
And I'm the one that's going to win this one. Give me the title.
Okay.
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 What, did you put a parlay on the Horns to win? Is that what you're going to win?
On the covering or what? Because I don't know.
All right, y'all keep talking.
I will.
That's my guy, Zach Beeson.
Hook 'em.
Well, that's because he's an O.
OU.
Did absolutely nothing
Shout
this
out-
year.
Shout out to my guy Mike Douglas in
The
Austin.
only thing
Hook
OU
'em.
did this year was keep Alabama out of the playoffs. That's the only good thing they did this year.
And it was fantastic.
It was great. It was great to see that. I will say that. So, again,
Yeah.
very aggressive show tonight.
As much as I want to pick against the Longhorns because I truly believe the Longhorns will Texas this playoff up at some point because it's Texas. They're going to screw up something. I don't think it's going to be this game. I think it will probably be a lot closer than what the
I think it'll be
spread
close.
will say, but I got to go Longhorns. As much as I hate to say that.
Okay. I mean, it's going to be a good game.
I think it will be too.
One team.
Next game, in the final first round game, we got the Tennessee Volunteers versus the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Ooh.
Buckeyes, 7.5-point favorite. Over under 46.5. Buckeyes are 65.5% favorite.
OH.
I can't stand Ohio State, but I don't think there's any way Tennessee's going in there. Give me Buckeyes.
I think that Michigan game and the flag planting stuff has really screwed up a lot of people's perception of Ohio State. Now, I think people forget that this is still Ohio State.
Good. Let them think that.
I mean, yeah, but I gotta take the Buckeyes on this.
Yeah.
Let them think that they're down. Let them think
Right.
all of that.
Well, does
First of
Ohio
all-
State think they're Ohio State? That's the question.
You know what it is? Also, I think it's Ryan Day, man. It's Ryan Day.
Yeah.
So if they lose to Michigan and then come back and lose to Tennessee first round,
Fire
is he
him.
gone?
Oh yeah, 100%. His
So
job
he's
right
Fired on
now.
Sunday.
So they
Yeah,
have
fired
something
on
to play
Sunday.
for then.
Yeah, his job is depending on how he
Yeah.
does in this playoffs. Like it's
I'm going to go against the grain here. I mean, it's going to be a very, very tough game in Columbus.
we're not going to hear any of that.
That's okay. Now back to it.
It is
Um,
aggressive tonight. Wow.
Yeah, no. I think that I'm going to go Tennessee.
Is that banana pudding?
Okay.
Oh, banana
Yes, sir.
pudding.
Banana
Okay.
pudding from 903 Brewers out of Texas.
Ooh,
They usually put out quite a bit of good stuff, but yeah, it turned out to be banana pudding.
I love banana
I
pudding.
think you tried to drown you out, Patrick. Who was it you were picking?
He got
Um,
Tennessee.
Yeah, I picked Tennessee.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a close game. I mean, it's going to be very tough to go into Columbus and win, but I like Tennessee on their day. They're a good football team. So, give me Tennessee.
Go Clingstones? Wrong
What's that?
Columbus?
Wrong Columbus.
Okay.
Wrong one.
Yeah, it's nice to be a
Yeah.
walk from the stadium where my parents live now. So,
It's nice. Donnie, I don't think we have your pick yet.
So
Here we
just
go.
like Ed has a team that he can never pick, I'm not picking Ohio State. I don't care. There's no money on this game for me. I'm picking Tennessee. There's no way in hell I'm picking Ohio State to win a game.
Good job. Good for you. Good for you.
They are my
for
Ravens.
you.
I am not picking them.
That's a weird hill to go up, but it's all right. Go for it. Do you, boo? Do you?
as he drinks out of his Cody Bellinger cup.
Right.
Exactly.
OH, baby.
Rich get richer, my man. Rich get richer.
Yeah, a couple of good moves for you guys this
They're
week.
really rich just to choke in the World
Hey,
Series.
we can spend that. We spread that $50 million a year out over multiple people. We
Dylan
didn't need
Williams.
one
Speaking
guy.
of, we didn't speak. We didn't talk about this, but did we talk about this on Thursday? My boy been eating some food now. Now he's with the Mets.
That's true. That was a great picture you said. I was like,
Yeah.
hey, man, he has been
Yeah.
feasting out since the
Like,
end of the season.
bro.
I know we're in the middle of picks, but Dylan Williams was a great pickup by the Yankees. I got to say that. That was a great pickup.
We don't talk about the Yankees here.
Who'd you say?
Is it did I get that right? Is it Dylan Williams? Did I say
Devin.
that?
Devin.
Devin, I'm sorry. Devin. Sorry.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right.
So do we want to do our bowl game pick next?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
I got mine whenever.
Okay.
Well, since you won this week, Eric, please.
Give me UNLV over Cal in the Art of Sport LA Bowl. Give me the running Rebs.
Oh, that's a good one.
Dan Mullen fan, huh?
KU beat them in the bowl game last year. Really good team. Although wasn't Odom at UNLV, but he just left.
He left to go to Purdue.
Yeah, Purdue.
I didn't think about that.
Dan Mullen's the new UNLV coach.
Okay. Well, they should be fine then. I was going to say with him leaving, but yeah, still give me UNLV on that one.
I've got one if no one objects.
Wait, who was number 2? Who won number 2?
Donnie.
Donnie it is.
All right, give me I'm gonna go with the Del Boca Vista Boca Raton Bowl. I'm gonna take James Madison over Western Kentucky.
Oh,
That's a good pick.
Madison. Now that they're bowl eligible.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, I want Jimmy Madison.
Jimmy Madison.
Okay, I like it.
All right.
You're up next.
Okay. I'm doing the RNL Carriers New Orleans Bowl. Give me Georgia Southern over Sam Houston.
Hey, what school did you go to?
Huh?
You didn't go to Georgia Southern, though.
No, I went to Georgia State.
That's what I thought.
Yep.
Guys, am I allowed to pick one double
No.
A?
No.
Okay, fine. Damn.
It's not a bowl game. That's not a
Technically
bowl
not a
game.
game.
It's a playoff game, but all right, fine. Fuck it.
But
You can pick one of these and pick the opposite.
should we also pick those games?
I really
No.
should.
We
We
picked the
should.
other
There's
playoff
2 games. It's just 2 games on those.
Yeah.
No, we don't care about them.
I
See,
do. Shit.
Guys, here's the problem. If we do that, then we're going to have to pick the Division II National Championship game, which is this week too. And
No, we
then-
don't have to go that low. We don't have to go that low.
Too much.
I'm sorry, guys. Just give Valdosta State credit already. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, go Blazers, man.
Exactly.
Is
Go
Mount
Blazers.
Union playing?
Mount Union is in the semifinals. They're playing Johns Hopkins.
Mount Union. Hey, that okay. Purple Raiders,
Yeah.
baby. All right. I am going to go.
Kent State.
You guys took all the good ones already.
Come on, Donnie.
All right. Yeah. I mean, that's why I was going to pick a playoff game in the Division 1 AA just because of this. I'm going to go with the Cure Bowl.
What are we curing?
I have no idea, but it's the Staff DNA Cure Bowl.
Staff DNA. It used to be the Humanitarian Cure Bowl.
It's called Staff DNA now. Okay.
Oh, I know. I might need you to slow your roll, Sunshine.
At the Camping World Stadium. I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna go with my Mac and pick Ohio, OU, the Bobcats.
What is Ed? What is in that beer Ed's been drinking that he's so aggressive tonight?
So you guys will need to excuse me for a second because Ed picked the one I was going to pick.
Oh, Edward.
Dang.
He was gonna pick Jacksonville State, weren't you?
Exactly. Like I was
Well, you
thinking,
can still pick that
Yeah,
one.
you can pick it.
You can
if-
pick the opposite.
well,
yeah.
no, but I want to pick a different game if that's the case. I had a backup. I'm trying to find which one it was real quick.
Any
Give
chance
me-
you're picking the Frisco Bowl with whoever's in the lead at the moment?
No, I'm not doing that. I would have picked West Virginia anyway. Who am I kidding?
Jesus, Memphis is whooping.
I am going to go with the Fenway Bowl.
Okay.
I'm going to pick UConn over North Carolina.
Okay.
It's the Fenway Bowl.
When is that? Next week?
Yep, that is the 28th.
So he's picking something.
You gotta pick this week.
This week. We were only doing this week's bowl games.
Well, my
Next
weeks are
week.
different.
So you can either pick the opposite of my game or the Tulane, Florida game.
Wait, I'm the producer here. How come I don't make the rules here?
Wow. Who's the aggressive now?
It's me.
Huh?
I know. Okay, let me go back and look. I'm gonna do. Okay.
What
okay.
is the moon? What's the state of the moon tonight? Is it
Full moon,
I
probably.
believe it is
No,
something.
it's just passed. Honestly,
was it
though,
full moon last night?
I don't know if it was last night, but the last
Or is-
couple nights.
or
it
is
just
Mercury
passed.
doing
Okay.
something? I
So-
mean,
I
First
should
off,
call
I-
Darla's like, hey, you got to go put your crystals out and charge them.
I apologize for not understanding the rules. So I'm gonna go with Gasparilla Bowl then. I'm gonna pick Tulane. And
Okay. All right.
and also some useless knowledge about Tulane. Their head coach and I went to the same high school.
Oh,
Nice.
That is useless
Oh.
knowledge. Yeah, it was 2 nights ago. So December 15th, there was a full moon. I figured because I looked at it this morning when I left to take the boys to get on the school bus. It was just past. So yeah, 2 nights ago there's a full moon. So
I got
we're
you.
making up that time frame since weren't on here on Sunday.
Thank you, baby Jesus. Easton conked out early.
All right.
Yeah.
So with the college games done, should we go ahead and go to the pro game?
Yep.
All right. So Thursday night, we have Denver Broncos versus the Chargers.
Where's Val? Where's Val? Where is she?
Val,
she's
you
still
ready?
here. Val, you still here?
Val, you still here?
Are you still here?
She gone.
Costco it is.
Start
right.
picking the Chargers. She'll show up.
Chargers are a 3-point favorite, 42.5 over under. Chargers are 57.7% favorites.
I just don't know after the Chargers played that
Yeah, that's
mess of a game.
That's my whole reasoning right there, because I was going to probably say Chargers, but they just looked absolutely terrible against Tampa. Give me the Broncos.
Yeah. I was going to say the same thing. I mean, I didn't think I was going to see Jim Harbaugh defense play like that against the Bucks, against a depleted Bucks offense too, by the way.
They still got Mike Evans.
Yeah, but I mean, still. Anyways, give me the Broncos.
To use some words that Patrick should have used, Broncos are going to nix that charge.
Oh,
Give me the
God.
Broncos.
Oh, duh.
There's a reason why he didn't use that.
Mm-mm.
Ed, kick him out of here.
Are we going to recall the mayor right now?
You're right.
How about
Oh,
the Broncos
because-
are going to buck that charge?
Oh God.
Yeah, let's go ahead and let's
not-
impeach this.
So
dude.
okay.
That's
So
awesome.
anyways, and they're giving the Chargers the home stadium 3. So you really, you know what I mean? This is pretty much a pick-em game right here.
Yeah. You said 57%, Virgil?
57.7%.
Charge. Yeah. So, I mean, it's almost a 50-50 game
Yeah.
anyway.
Oh man, let's do hashtag for the content, man. Let's go Chargers. Let's bolt up.
Hope you heard that, Val.
Yeah.
I even texted
Yeah,
her. You saw it.
Val, your favorite picked against you.
Her favorite's Donnie.
Yeah,
I know
her
she said
favorite's
her
Donnie.
favorite was me.
And I'm the one.
I thought
She's
you
my
picked the-
co-host.
I thought you picked the Chargers, Donnie.
No,
No.
I picked the Broncos.
Oh, my
I said
bad.
they were
I'm
going to
thinking
nix
you. My bad.
They were going to nix the charge.
This
man.
guy listens as well as Donnie does.
I know.
sure do.
What kind of
sure do.
water you drinking tonight?
A very special kind.
I even
It's
used
not
one of his
smart.
lines.
See, you think it's water.
Oh no, we know it ain't water. Water. Oh God, that's such a.
I feel the Chargers, that Bucks Chargers game was just the Chargers looking forward to this game because this actually has playoff implications.
That's true.
So I feel like the Chargers that we saw this last week are not going to be the same. So I'm going to go Chargers.
Okay.
Man, that's gonna be a tough one.
Yeah. And also divisional games form usually goes out the window anyway.
Yeah.
That and then I mean it's AFC West, so they need this game.
Yeah. But I've kind of in these games, I feel like I picked a lot of them wrong. So I went against my better judgment this week and picked the Broncos.
Right now, they're both making the playoffs. Right now,
Playoffs?
but like you got Indy, like like if the Chargers lose, they fall at 8-7. Then the Colts, if they Colts win, that's 7-8. I mean, that's
Don't worry, they won't.
we'll talk about those scores later. Yeah, it's gonna get interesting real quick here, real fast. I like these games coming up. Some good ones, bro. I know
And
we're
there's
going to talk
also
about it
some-
on Thursday, but Steelers Ravens.
Yeah, there's a couple of good games, but there's a bunch of garbage games too.
Yeah, like Cardinals Panthers, and then Browns Bengals.
Jaguars Raiders.
Yeah, Giants Falcons.
Yeah,
Oof.
man, the Florida Fighting Donnies against the Raiders.
And
Man.
there goes the Cowboys again on a prime time, motherfucking A.
The
Can we-
Jaguars and the Raiders in Zimbabwe.
They're in South Germany. It's called Florida.
So
That's
listen,
an even spread too. I don't even know if I've seen an NFL game with an even.
I did one of those Ancestry 23andMe things, and most of my DNA comes from Zimbabwe. So like, I would appreciate you not bringing that up.
I thought you just said Germany. Can we
I was
not?
born in Germany.
Insulting his heritage.
How does your homeland like when we send the?
Are you
terrible
an Army
people
brat?
there?
Yes,
That's why.
And you picked Army last week.
I did.
How'd that work out?
Not good.
None of it wasn't good for any of us.
But listen, my dad was a sergeant
Exactly.
major in the Army, so I am not picking Navy.
Oh, you do not want to do that.
See, I know I had a thought, and I just lost it. Oh, can we call the Jaguars the Florida Fighting Donnies, even though he picked against them last week?
Well,
the rest of the
sorry,
year
I
we
just have a hard time keeping up with this fandom. You know, like it just kind of switches.
really hard.
every-
It's not hard. I went
It's-
over to the
it's-
Jaguars. Then after about 2 weeks, the hashtag content was done. I went
You
back
know what
to
it
my
is?
thing.
It's just the Jaguars didn't pay up.
Yeah. Listen, I got to use ways to get around Donnie's fandom.
It didn't pay up, so therefore Donnie went back because he didn't receive the money that the Jaguars promised him,
Yeah.
and therefore back to the Panthers.
Yeah, I went into the transfer portal, didn't get my
Yeah.
NIL, went back.
Yeah. By the way, Virgil, you said that you couldn't pick Navy because your dad, right?
Yeah.
Well, I've got family in the Navy, but I can't pick Navy because Brett just did. So, you know,
Oh my god!
Oh,
This
man,
is
Shannon
influencer
killing me.
with a comment real quick here.
yeah.
Donnie's indecisive, especially in fandoms.
No, I'm not. Patrick's the one that's indecisive on who my fandom is with.
Let
I
me
told
ask you.
him for weeks.
Speaking of fandom, I asked Virgil this question earlier, so I wanted to ask you guys this question. Okay, and this is you can pick any league here. Okay, I'm going to start with you, Eric, so because you're distracted. So, is there any team in any of the leagues that you just absolutely, with the utmost passion, just loathe, just hate? And what is that team?
Chicago Bears.
I can see that. Green Bay Packers. Okay. All right. I'll give you that. All right. What do you guys think? It
Red Sox.
it can be minor league, college, it doesn't matter.
Red Sox. Can't stand Red Sox.
I wonder why. I'm seeing
That's
a
really
pattern.
the only one. I mean, there's not really a team in any other league that I can think of that I despise
Okay.
at all. So
Patrick.
Manchester United.
Oh wow, you went EPL, huh?
I sure did.
Okay.
Manchester United can go kick rocks.
Okay, all right. Virgil.
See, I don't have one major league, like I was telling you earlier.
Yeah.
So I really had to think about this, and I really don't like the Tennessee Smokies.
Wow,
really
you went
don't.
minor
Right.
league.
Through the Southern League, whenever it was the Stars or even Trash Pandas, I just don't like that team. They dirty.
Okay, all right. Hey, listen, good for you. Good for you, Baltimore Ravens.
Eric wants to say something. I can
I
tell
was
you.
gonna say for Mrs. Influencer, college would be OU, and for NFL would be Broncos.
Go Pokes.
Okay. Virgil with the deep cuts. Yeah, I cannot with the utmost passion. I absolutely hate the Baltimore Ravens.
See, Zach Beeson knows. Man, you.
Texas, Navy, Air Force, Oklahoma State, Man U.
So
See,
he
Zach
doesn't like
Beeson-
he doesn't
Zach
like the
Beeson's a
military
Chelsea
except
supporter, too.
himself.
Well, I mean, again, we see a trend here, right? Because most of us here, we picked a team that was within our same division. Mrs. Insulin can't spell douche without OU. Oh,
Oh,
God. I love this.
Oh,
I'm glad I
man.
asked this question because this is a really good question. So
And see,
What's
as
up,
much as I
Leon?
despise the Gamecocks, I
Man, what's up,
despise the
Leon?
Red Sox worse.
can't spell douche without an OU.
Well,
Mrs.
Blue Jays
Influencer's
fan, go
coming with
Jays.
some good ones tonight. I'm telling you.
So I have a quick story that just popped up just a few minutes ago, and apparently it looks like he's been hired or about to be hired.
Michael Vick.
Yeah.
yeah.
Sac State.
Sac State. Yep.
So no, it's not. It was Norfolk
No.
State.
Oh,
Norfolk.
it's Norfolk State.
Norfolk
Yeah.
State. Sac State was talking to him, but he signed with Norfolk.
Yeah.
no
Oh,
shit.
wow. I
So
didn't see that.
he's actually not. I mean, yes, everyone looks at Dion and Jackson State as an example for what that's going to be, probably. But besides that one, I wonder if we're going to see more of that. I know Eddie George is currently
George.
at Tennessee State, and he
Yep.
actually got them to the playoffs this year, so he's turning that around.
And Ray Lewis had interviewed for a job.
Ray Lewis did. Ed Reed was
I
supposed
can't
to
see
be,
it. I can't see Ray Lewis.
if Vic works, I mean, I think Ray Lewis could probably work.
Teddy Bridgewater, but Teddy Bridgewater is high school.
Yeah. High school,
his alma mater.
One state championship, though.
And he just said that he's trying to make an NFL comeback.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's a good question. Oh man, that's a
Yeah. Whenever I think of Teddy Bridgewater, I think of Gruden when doing who's the guy that always does the impressions? He
what's
goes,
his-
I gotta go Teddy
Caliendo.
Bridgewater. Yeah. Teddy
Caliendo.
Bridgewater, man. You what?
Caliendo.
Yeah. Frank Caliendo.
who's at UAB? That
Trent
Dilfer.
fish canoe. Yeah,
Trent Dilfer.
That one's not working.
No,
He
no.
should get fired.
They brought him back.
They brought him back, which I think they're trying to kill the program again, honestly. Like,
Blazing,
it's-
he's blazing a trail to mediocrity.
Okay, calm down, Patrick.
Wow, Ray Lewis. Wow, you went with the deep dad joke right there.
the other one I had
Wowza.
in mind was actually Ed Reed, but I forgot. He was only at Bethune-Cookman for 25 days, so he didn't even have a chance to coach.
Yeah.
Damn.
But I'm curious, how many more are we going to see former coaches or former players start just head coaching roles? Not even just start from. I know some starts as assistants.
Then
Yeah.
Philip Rivers was also a coach in high school, wasn't it? A
He was
prep
doing
school?
high school coaching. Yeah.
He's doing high school coaching.
So was Greg Olson, high school.
Didn't Crying Ryan Leaf go somewhere? Coach something like that?
Mm-mm.
No.
he's
No.
a social media.
He may have held school, but he wasn't a head coach or anything.
Yeah. I like Ryan Leaf.
He was the West Texas A&M quarterbacks coach.
Yeah. He turned over a new leaf.
Oh, I was waiting.
All right,
I
so
was
what do
just
we have?
waiting.
What do we have going on this week? That's enough of that.
Jesus.
Yeah. That's okay. Just be jealous that you didn't come up with it.
There's a reason why I did.
Despite
yeah.
how bad the joke is, that is factual as how he has turned his life around, and he
Yeah,
is
he has indeed.
doing.
I mean, good for him, right? I mean,
Yep.
honestly, good for him.
He's one of my favorites to listen to because he's pretty
He got some good insights.
he's
Yep.
pretty spot on with his assessments on a lot of things that
Yeah.
I've heard him talk about.
He really should take over when Dan Patrick retires.
Yeah.
Who was better, Ryan Leaf or Jamarcus Russell?
Jesus.
That's
God.
a deep cut there, Jamarcus.
I don't think my
Russell.
brother's recovered since the Raiders picked up Jamarcus.
Yeah.
As a Raiders fan,
Hey, he
Yeah.
had an arm though, didn't he? He had an arm. They love a guy with an
Nope.
arm like that.
Yeah. He had an arm, just not a Wonderlic test.
God.
I
What
don't- I-
what happened to him?
How many quarterbacks
He didn't have a
really,
brain.
like,
He didn't have
use
a
the
brain to
arm?
be with. Yeah.
I mean, most of the passes are like 20-yard passes at most. Who cares how far you can throw it?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Well, because Jamarcus Russell from his knees could throw like 80 yards, coming out of LSU.
Ooh, I
So
had a joke.
Yeah,
I
but,
almost said
like,
it.
Patrick,
I
if you're
didn't.
throwing on your knees, you're down.
I know, Eric. You're
Unless you got well in college, but if you don't get touched, so he just drops to his knees before he gets touched
I was
in the
about to
NFL.
say,
and then
I didn't
throws
see
it.
that in the playbook when he was playing, though.
yeah. Yeah.
Well, Leaf went Leaf self imploded. Like
Yeah.
he went full blown nuclear.
Yeah. Yeah. And I only meant that in terms of like the skill set, like that he had a great arm. That's all he had though.
Yeah,
It didn't translate to in-game situations.
Leaf could actually like win you games. Like Jamarcus Russell's just could not.
Well, Leaf was his own worst enemy because he had a lot of
yeah.
demons that he dealt with, and so
A lot of defense.
yeah. So
I just exactly. Like man, that was that's a good one, Eric. Jamarcus Russell, Jesus.
yeah.
God.
And that he did that one by design.
Wow, that's some good ones. I can't think of any other ones.
Oh, of like you talking about of like draft busts?
Yeah, like mad, like a lot of people say Tim Couch, but he really Johnny Manziel.
Dude, he was so fun to watch in college.
He
I
was.
loved watching him at A&M.
I knew that wasn't going to translate to the pros, though. I was shocked that they took him like they did.
I was so angry.
I'm pretty sure I went to a Chiefs-Browns game where Manziel played in Kansas City. I think I saw him play one year. He was so fun to watch at A&M. Because didn't he have Mike Evans for a year or two?
Yep.
He did.
He just nobody could tell him anything. That was the problem with him. Like no one could tell him anything, and then it just, like two players that I just did not. I saw as soon as the Browns drafted, then I'm like, here we go again.
He's somebody that's really kind of on a personal side turned some things around too. I've heard a couple of interviews with him where he's got a lot of self-awareness of how bad he was.
Oh yeah.
Now.
That's a good one.
Woo!
Mitch Trubisky versus Trey Lance. That's a good one.
Yikes.
I'd take Trubisky over Lance.
Yeah.
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 I mean, Trubisky played at least 9 games more than Trey Lance did in college. So.
Yeah.
And the fact, and it shows, like in Dallas, like really you have Trey Lance and as your backup, and then you don't even start him.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah. Well, that's what everyone
tell you right there.
That's what some people were trying to advocate for, right? That looking at the future to have Trey Lance instead of playing Cooper Rush. But I mean, Cooper Rush has actually in some games played quite well for the Cowboys, as well as the Cowboys have played this season at least.
I wonder what Micah Parsons is thinking about, their comeback.
You should text him and ask.
Yeah, fuck that dude.
I mean, I would take Trey Lance's bank account as a 5-year first-round draft pick, third string starter.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, that dude's making money just to hold a clipboard, bro.
Well, especially when the Niners traded up to get him.
They traded up to get him, and he's nothing more than a third stringer, but he's making a boatload of money.
I'll give the 49ers this. Like, I mean, that's at least they said, man, hey, listen, it just didn't work out.
Yep.
Not a lot of NFL teams are willing to admit that. Like my Cleveland Browns, they're not willing to admit that Deshaun Watson is an absolute garbage. Which, by the way, we got to pick our dumpster fire nominees of the week. We need 3. But the Cleveland Browns, like now it just came out. I was like, oh yeah, by the way, he's coming back next year. They still believe that he can do something. I don't know where, but there's that. So, Heisman winner Ty Detmer held the clipboard really well. Ooh, Ty Detmer, Jesus.
What about Jim Sorgi?
Oh God,
sweet Jesus!
Jim Sorgi, the easiest job in the NFL, being Peyton Manning's backup quarterback in Indy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, Leon. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you're talking about Cleveland Browns bust and you didn't even mention Brandon Whedon.
Ooh, that's
I
a good
tried
one.
to forget.
What about Seneca
32-year-old
Wallace?
Seneca Wallace, Baker Mayfield. God, what was his name from Akron?
Charlie Channing Frye.
Charlie Fry. Charlie Fry. He, by the
Oh,
way, he is
wow.
a coach in college.
Channing Frye's basketball. Sorry, Charlie Fry.
Charlie Fry.
Yeah. And then
That's another one that's coaching. Charlie Fry in college.
Charlie Fry. Yeah. Well, I guess the only guy that the only one that led you to a winning record was Brian Hoyer. Yeah. Oh, this is a good one. Josh Rosen. Talk about a guy that dealt a bad hand. Yeah. Josh Rosen's probably not the biggest Kyler Murray fan, right?
Wouldn't bet on that.
Since the Cleveland Browns came back in '99,
Brady Quinn's the good one.
He's a good,
That's my guy.
TV personality, though.
One of the best quarterbacks Notre Dame's had.
Tim Couch, Kelly Holcomb. Remember that guy?
Another good one. Yep.
Jeff
Kelly
Garcia.
Holcomb. Oh man.
Derek Anderson.
Oh, I remember Derek. Yep. Wasn't he a Carolina Panther too?
He was. He wasn't horrible, but he wasn't a starter.
Yeah.
Colt McCoy, Brandon
Colt
Whedon,
McCoy.
Jason Campbell, Brian Hoyer, Josh McCown, Cody Kessler,
Yep.
Deshaun Kaiser.
Deshaun Kaiser.
Oh,
yeah.
that's another one right there.
I saw him play against Army at
What
the
about-
Alamo Dome in the Shamrock Series in 2016.
What about Achilles Smith?
Wow.
Dang. That's a deep cut right there.
Yeah, that was Bengals, right?
Yeah.
The Bungles back then.
Oh, yeah.
He went to Oregon, right? Achilles.
Think so.
Yeah.
TJ Hushmanzada.
TJ Hushmanzada. Oh gosh.
We're gonna go all night just naming random.
Joe Hamilton. T. Martin.
Oh, in an
Yeah, he
alternate
did go to
universe,
Oregon.
I'm sure they're killing it.
Yeah.
Cincinnati
Yeah,
Bengals, Green Bay Packers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Frankfurt Galaxy in the Europa League,
Oof.
and the Calgary Stampeders.
Yeah, remember
Achilles Smith.
Joe Hamilton out of Georgia Tech, T. Martin out of Tennessee. Yeah.
Jesus.
Ron
Dane.
You can't mention those quarterbacks and forget about mentioning Cade McNown.
Oh, Cade McNown. Rose Bowl UCLA.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah. Speaking
How
of
about-
Ron Dane, that's when the Badgers beat the Bruins in the Rose Bowl, right? Or did Cade McNown win that?
I'll have to look that one up. Because you said Dane, and I thought Dane was after that.
No, Dane was in the Rose Bowl with Cade McNown. That was like 98.
Didn't he win Heisman?
He did.
He did.
Ron Dane. I want to say I was like 98 or 99, something like
99.
that. 99.
99.
I think Wisconsin won that, didn't they?
Wisconsin 38-31.
Yeah.
Golly.
Yeah.
Look at this producer just killing it like that, just bringing that shit up like that.
He is.
I love it.
Yeah.
How about
Ron
one of the
Dane.
most unlikely Heisman winners that started the downfall of the award being worth anything from the U? Gino Toretta.
Gino. Oh, well.
What a horrible thing. I mean, how could that guy win a Heisman?
Which one?
Gino Toretta.
Oh.
I mean, come on.
Speaking of the U, Philip Dorsett.
I love this show. Have I told you guys how much I love doing this show on Tuesdays and Thursdays just because we get to talk sports?
I'm telling you, it's so much fun. But I think about all the horrible Colts draft picks. Philip Dorsett's right up there. Goodness me.
Who needs, like, out of all the bad teams, like in the NFL, like that, who needs, like, God's going to be like, all right, guys, I'm going to give you a solid here because y'all need some help. Who would that team be?
Browns. As many quarterbacks as you guys have had.
That's a true story. That's true.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just a factory of sadness. That was literally one of the jokes that they put in Cleveland. It was like the factory of sadness.
Yeah.
I just got a signed Andrew Luck jersey and rookie card.
Of course you did, Leon. Leon's got so many connects, I'm telling you.
And then Andrew Luck is the GM.
Yeah.
Oh,
Stanford.
Stanford.
Yep. The Stanford Cardinal.
And we just talked about this last week, right? Like a lot of teams are going now with a GM position because of NIL. I think it's like the evolution of college football now them becoming truly the minor leagues.
Well, Bill Belichick bringing in Michael Lombardi. I mean, Lombardi is a career NFL guy, basically. So,
yep. But I mean, like Alabama, like locked up their GM person with a really big contract for that position. I mean, I think you started to see it. We talked about this last week about how important that position is becoming. Yeah. Because of NIL and what responsibilities teams have to do. So. Stanford. Stanford blocked the hat. Yeah, Stanford's very protective of their brand. A lot like Leon, as you know, like the Raiders, right? The Raiders block a lot of customs.
It's not really much to Stanford brand. Let's be honest.
Well, all they need to do is just get they need to get the Stanford tree, right? And just have all these different styles because the mascot's never the same. So
that tree has 4 or 5 of them.
You what?
That tree has a high asking price.
Yeah.
Screw that. Anyways, guys, this has been fun. Let's do this again on Thursday, huh? Well, we're going to pick some NFL games. And then that should be interesting. That should be fun. But before we go, a couple of things. One, I want to make sure that you guys go on to Old Fort Baseball Company, right? Meow. Use code DADHAT15 to get 15% off at checkout. Okay. All right, Brett. Just making sure that you use Dad Hat 15 at checkout, so that way you get 15% off. Okay. Get some other gears. They got cool hats. They got good T-shirts, hoodies. I really am thinking about getting that support local. That T-shirt's so comfortable too, by the way. Oh my God. So I want to make sure that you guys go ahead and do that. Again, Dad Hat 15 at checkout. So want to make sure you guys do that. And then, Patrick, I'm going to start with you. What do you have going on this week, my friend?
This week, I'm going into a team that was a 1-year wonder. And I don't know if you'd really call them a wonder, but an old team from the Expedition League in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, called the Sioux Falls Sunfish.
I'm sorry, come again?
The Sioux Falls Sunfish that played for 1 year in 2021. So that's the team that we're highlighting this week. It's just one of the. I've been doing a few teams that are like a blast from the past, and this is one of them. So, Sioux Falls Sunfish this week on the MILB Head History Series.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Eric.
So tomorrow on the Earn Fun Average, Johnny and I, we are heading to Alaska.
Ooh.
Is that
the Matsu Miners of the Alaska Baseball
the Miners.
League. We talked to Pete Christopher, the GM of the Matsu Miners, talk about the league and talk about the team and a little bit of their history at the NBC World Series. So tune in, Earn Fun Average tomorrow. Matsu Miners.
That's a nice hat.
I like it. I like it. That's a nice one. I like it. I dig it. Donnie.
Just working. I got my hat of the days coming up the rest of the week. Off to work for 2 more days, and then hopefully off of work for most of the next 2 weeks.
And Thursday hat, right?
Thursday, yeah. Well, I'll feature another brewery hat on Thursday. I'm gonna try to get back to some of my whatever Wednesday that are non-baseball, non-sports related hats that I've got as well. So yeah, we'll see what.
Are we gonna see your fedoras again?
Actually, I've got a pretty good one for tomorrow. I think I'm gonna bring out one that I just got. So
okay,
yeah, right. Drop one on you tomorrow.
I dig it. Hey, Virgil, you're part of the show, my friend.
I am currently working on my scorebook project, updating my 2024 rosters. And since I went to a lot of college games and Woodback games, it is basically double what I'm used to putting in. So still going through that.
God bless you. All right. And as far as the Dad Hat Chronicles podcast, this week is the last episode of 2024. We finished that conversation. That was fun.
Yep.
I told you guys to keep that tinfoil hat all the way through these episodes because it got spicy. I think I heard it's like if you don't see, it's like the progression of just like way off the the cuff stuff. She just kept elevating. It's just like the more out there. it was later on in the episode. So make sure you guys cash out. It is the last episode of 2024. I'm taking a break for the rest of the year, spending it with family, with friends, updating a couple of things for the Dad Hat Chronicle Sports Show, like the new intro, outro, and all of that fun stuff. So I'm gonna be busy, but it's just working on other stuff. So thank you guys. We will see you guys again on Thursday though, at 9 p.m. Eastern time, and then all of 4 of us will be here. We'll see you guys. We'll see you guys on Thursday.
See you guys.
Okay, bye.